It's not about being the best. It's about being better than yesterday. Hey, you didn't get here by accident. If you're listening to this right now, it's because there's something inside you that refuses. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe no one sees the weight you carry every single day. But I want you to know something right now in these first few seconds. You are not broken. You are being prepared. Breathe. Stay with. I know what it's like to wake up with a heavy mind. I know what it's like to feel that the world demands strength all the time but offers no rest. I know what it's like to look at your own life and think, I should be further ahead than I am right. And you know what? That doesn't make you weak. It makes you aware. Conscious men suffer more because they see more. You carry responsibilities that most people will never understand. You think about tomorrow. You think about money. You think about bills. You think about stability. You think about protecting the people you love. You think about building something that lasts. And even when no one says anything, you keep going. That already says a lot about who you are. The truth is, no one teaches a man how to deal with silence. No one teaches a man how to handle the pressure of having to succeed. No one teaches a man how to carry the weight of an entire future on his shoulders. But you're here. And that means you haven't given up. Listen carefully now. Your financial life is going to improve. Not by magic, not by luck, but because you are becoming the kind of man who can sustain wealth. Money doesn't run away from determined men. Money doesn't ignore disciplined men. Money respects men who learn to control their mind before trying to control the world. You don't just want money, you want freedom. You want dignity. You want to look at your family and feel proud of the man you've become. You want to wake up without that tight feeling in your chest. You want to pay your bills with peace of mind. You want to see dollars coming in. You want to build assets. You want stability, and you will have it. But first, you need to understand something fundamental. The hard phase is not punishment. It's refinement. Every man who builds something great goes through a period when no one believed, a period when everything feels slow, a period when the effort doesn't come back in equal measure. That period exists to separate those who fantasize from those who build. While many quit, you keep going. While many complain, you learn. While many get distracted, you focus. And even when you fall, you get back up. That is character. That is foundation. That is the beginning of prosperity. You may not see it now, but every sleep, every frustration, every moment of doubt is shaping a mindset that doesn't break when money arrives. Because wealth without structure destroys. But wealth with the right mindset builds generations. You don't just want to make money, you want to keep money. You want to multiply money. You want to create a safe environment for those who depend on you. And that starts here. In your mind, in your discipline, in your daily decision not to quit. Maybe today you're still far from ideal. Maybe your bank account doesn't reflect your effort. Maybe recognition hasn't come yet. But listen calmly. Time is not against you. Time is silently working in your favor. Every day you persist. Every day you learn something new. Every day you resist the urge to quit. You move forward. Even if no one sees it. Strong men don't make noise, they build. And one day, when the results appear, no one will remember the nights you thought about stopping. They'll only see the man, and you will win. You'll look back and realize that difficult phase was the price of the freedom you're living now. You'll realize that every right choice, even when it hurt, was taking you to a higher level. More money, more stability, more control, more peace. You will earn in dollars, yes, but you'll also gain respect. You'll gain security. You'll gain mental peace. And when that happens, you'll understand that everything made sense. Stay with me. Don't disconnect.
Don't let your mind sabotage you now. This isn't just motivation. This is alignment. You are becoming the man you always knew you could be. And that, no one can take from you. Because if you made it this far, it's a sign that something inside you is waking up. There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes that no one is coming to save him. It's not a beautiful moment. It's not comfortable, but it's liberating. When you understand this, something changes inside. You stop waiting. You stop complaining. You stop shifting responsibility, and you start taking control. You begin to understand that the world respects men who respect themselves.
That opportunities appear for those who are prepared. That money flows to those who learn how to handle pressure. You were not born to live struggling. You were not born to survive. You were born to build. But building requires something few are willing to pay. Daily discipline. Not the excited discipline of the beginning, but the silent, consistent discipline when no one is watching. That's where many fail. And that's exactly where you stand out. While others sleep too much, you wake up earlier. While others spend without thinking, you learn to control. While others run from discomfort, you face it. And each of these small decisions shapes your financial future. You begin to see money differently, not as something distant, but as a consequence of right decisions repeated every day. You begin to realize that wealth isn't just the number in your account. It's the peace of knowing you're in control. It's the security of being able to take care of your family. It's the freedom to choose. And that freedom is getting closer. Maybe slowly, maybe quietly, but in a real way. You will earn well. You will see dollars coming in. You will acquire material assets. You will build stability, not because someone promised you that, but because you decided to become the man capable of sustaining it all. Weak men want fast money. Strong men build solid wealth. You're learning to think long-term, to give up momentary pleasures, to invest in yourself. And that changes everything. You speak less. You observe more. You act with strategy. You understand that not everyone deserves access to your plans. That not everyone will root for you. And that's okay. You don't need applause. You need results. And they're coming. Maybe you're still at a point where anxiety shows up, where your mind tries to sabotage, where thoughts arise saying it's taking too long. But listen carefully now. Everything worth it takes time.
And everything that takes time, when it arrives, stays. You don't want money that comes and goes. You want a strong financial foundation. You want assets. You want security. You want to look at the future and feel calm, not fear. And that starts now, in how you think, in how you react, in how you keep going even when you're tired.
Being a man is this. It's moving forward without guarantees. It's continuing even with doubts. It's acting even with fear. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is not letting fear control you, and you're not letting it. You're here. You're listening. You're absorbing. That means growth. Every word entering you now is reinforcing your mindset, adjusting your vision, aligning you with a bigger life. You're becoming more focused, more centered, stronger. And when your mind changes, your reality follows. You'll start seeing opportunities where you once saw problems. You'll act with more clarity. You'll make better decisions, and better decisions generate better results. You will make money. You will improve your financial life. You will build something solid, and most importantly, you will become an example. A man who doesn't quit, a man who builds, a man who provides. Stand firm. Don't rush the process.
Trust the construction. Because the man you are becoming right now is exactly the man who will sustain the life you want to live. Stay with me. Now is the most important part. Because everything you've heard up to this point was not by chance. None of this entered your mind without purpose. There comes a point in every man's journey when he stops seeking external validation and he starts building internal validation.
And when that happens, he becomes dangerous in the best possible way. You start trusting yourself more. You start respecting your own process. You start understanding that not everyone needs to understand. You don't need to explain your vision. You need to execute it. And execution changes destinies. Have you noticed how truly successful men speak less and observe more? It's not arrogance. It's focus. They understand that energy is a resource. Time is a resource. Attention is a resource. And you're learning to protect yours. With each passing day, you become more aware of what's worth it and what's just distraction. More selective with people. More firm with decisions, more disciplined with habits. And that reflects directly in, because money respects order. Money respects clarity. Money respects men who know how to say no now in exchange for something greater later. You're becoming that man. Maybe today you're still building from zero. Maybe you're correcting mistakes from the past. Maybe you're starting over. But starting over is not failure. Starting over is maturity. Failure is repeating the same mistakes without learning. And you are learning. You're becoming emotionally smarter, more strategic financially, stronger mentally. You no longer react like before. You respond. You no longer panic like before. You analyze. You no longer compare yourself like before. You concentrate. And this internal shift is worth more than any immediate money. Because now, when money comes, and it will come, you'll know what to do with it. You'll know how to invest. You'll know how to save. You'll know how to expand. You won't waste it. You won't lose yourself. You'll build. You'll look at your home and feel proud. You'll look at your family and feel secure. You'll look at yourself in the mirror and feel respect. And that has no price. You're creating a silent legacy. Maybe no one sees it now. Maybe no one recognizes it today. But one day, someone will ask how you did it. And you'll remember these hard phases, these long nights, these moments of doubt. And you'll smile because you didn't quit. You chose growth when it would have been easier to complain.
You chose to continue when it would have been easier to stop. You chose discipline when it would have been easier to get distracted. And those choices change everything. Life starts responding differently when you change on the inside. Opportunities begin to appear. The right connections emerge. Doors open, not by luck, but by alignment. You're aligned with your strongest version, more mature, more prosperous. You're aligned with abundance, with growth, with building. And that reflects in money, in dollars, in assets, in stability. You will prosper, you will grow, you will conquer, but above all, you will remain. Because you're not just building financial wealth, you're building internal wealth, and that no one can take away. Now, as this message comes to an end, I want you to carry one thing with you. You are capable, you are consistent, you are disciplined, and you are on the right path, even when it doesn't seem like it.
Even when it takes time, even when it hurts, keep going, keep working, keep learning, keep evolving, because the man who persists wins. And when you win, because you will, may it be with calm, structure, and peace. You deserve the life you're building. And whenever you need to, remember this: you don't walk alone. You walk with purpose. Now, I need to talk to you about something almost no one has the courage to say out loud. The phone, that small object that fits in your hand, but if you're not careful, steals something you'll never get back. Time. Have you noticed how often the day goes by and you can't even remember exactly what you... How many times you pick up your phone just for a minute, and when you realize it, 20, 30, an hour has passed. It's not because you're weak,
It's because it was designed to trap you. But a conscious man doesn't live on autopilot. A conscious man chooses where he places his attention. Because attention is life, and life cannot be recovered. While you scroll your finger on the screen, time keeps running. Your children grow. Your wife feels your absence. Your family notices when you're there, but not truly present. And that hurts more than physical absence, because presence without attention is silent abandonment.
You might be sitting on the couch, but if your mind is on the phone, your family feels it. They feel it when they try to talk and you answer without looking. They feel it when they want to share something and you say, "In a minute." They feel it when the screen gets more attention than they do. And one day, they stop calling.
That's the danger. It's not the phone itself. It's what it replaces. It replaces conversations. It replaces laughter. It replaces simple moments that build strong bonds. And strong bonds are true wealth. You want to make money? Yes. You want to prosper? Yes. You want to build assets? Yes, but what's the point of dollars in your account if you lose respect and connection inside your own home? A real man understands that success outside without order inside becomes disguised failure. You don't work so hard to distance yourself from your family. You work to protect them, to care for them, to be present. And being present is more than sharing the same space. It's looking into their eyes. It's truly listening. It's turning off the screen and turning on your heart. Maybe you're tired. Maybe the phone is an escape, a way to shut your mind off for a few minutes. But be careful. Escaping too much becomes a habit, and habits become distance. Your family doesn't need a perfect man. They need an available man. Available emotionally, available in your gaze, available in your time. Because the time you invest in them comes back multiplied in peace, support, and strength. And that strength pushes you even further in the world. Men who build great things have a strong home as their foundation. You don't need to abandon your phone. You need to put it in the right place. Use it as a tool, not a refuge. Use it with intention, not impulse. Choose moments of real connection. Because when you strengthen your family, you strengthen yourself. And a man who is strong on the inside builds wealth on the outside with more clarity, focus, and purpose. So from now on, make a conscious choice. When you're with the people you love, be truly there. The world can wait a few minutes. Social media can wait. Notifications can wait. But time with your family, that doesn't come back. And the man who understands this early not only prospers financially, but wins at what truly matters. Stay firm. Stay conscious. Keep building. Wealth begins in the mind, but it's sustained at home.